to my live stream here on lichess and Twitch. International Master William Paschall from Hungary and the United States, now living in the US of A for the summertime, foreseeable and or immediate future. Streaming here at 5:30 Eastern Time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday every week. What's up, Mr. Coffee? Asterbait. We also saw Arsenal in the house. I hope my internet is good. Make sure everything is plugged in securely. All right. So, what's up, guys? We are ready to play some Blitz here. We're going to take 5+3 only. 5+3 casual challenges only.
Well, yes.
Nice game, Asterbait. Asterbait just shared quickly his recent 2 inaccuracy game. Nice job there. Not bad for a 1500. Thank you to Jim Blobix, Dragon BC, for generous donations this week. We have this stream Friday and Sunday yet for this week. And then we've got a couple days off. Monday through Thursday, I will not be streaming. Important family trip for 3 days, 4 days. And then the schedule will continue until the foreseeable future when I sell my house and I'm homeless. At that point, the future is a little bit unclear. I might have to rent a hotel room till I get all my business taken care of and I move back to Hungary. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we'll be streaming from a random motel room in October. I don't know. We will see. Should be exciting. I'm looking forward to being homeless. But let's get started, guys. Let's get some 5+3 challenges out there. Maybe we have some already. I'm just lagging a bit. Mr. Coffee, what's up? You've fallen and you can't get up. Arsenal fan. Famous TV commercial here. No, Mr. Coffee, no problem. I have a place to live in Hungary, but that doesn't do me any good here in the United States. And, I don't know. There's going to be unclear situation when I sell this house where I'm going to do the stream from while I'm still finishing up financial matters here. I'll probably rent a hotel room by the week or something. Fortunately, the rates go down in the off season where I'm at. Maybe I can find a weekly or monthly rental. Stream from a van down by the river, of course. Typical chess player living in a van. Arsenal fan challenging to 5+3. All right. Arsenal fan 2,000. 2,000 even. This is casual, right? This will not affect the ratings. An Airbnb. Airbnbs are expensive. There's an Airbnb house down the street from me. It's probably a little bit out of my price range. I'm looking for less than $50 a night. Okay, knight f3. Alright. We probably played this before against Arsenal fan. Now I forgot. He probably played c3. That's actually good for him. c3 is a good move. c4 is a good move. But he doesn't care. This is the perfect variation for c3, actually. Air brib. An air bribe. What's an air bribe, Asterbait? It's where you bribe the owners of an Airbnb to give you a cheaper price. Little Friday stream action, guys. Fast Blitz. I didn't have a large lunch today, so I'm not that optimistic about my play as I was on Tuesday when I was just... Was it Tuesday? Must have been Tuesday. I was cruising. And it was Monday, I guess. Monday I had a large lunch and I had lots of energy. Knight back to f3. Well, yes.
Yes.
Knight c6 looks slow. I guess bishop b4 is the dynamic move. Man, we could just play it like a... You know, it reminds me of the the 4 knights, actually. The 3 knights game. Yeah, that's what it's like. 3 knights game. This knight is not participating. If you put the pawns back on c7 and d2, put the pawn back on a7, play knight takes e5, you got a 3 knights. Greetings or something. Warnocky, Bill, thank you guys for being subscribers. Welcome to our Friday evening stream. I'm waiting for the landscapers. There's one landscaper that didn't come yet this week, and I'm a little freaked out. My kind of across the street caddy corner neighbors, they're going to probably show up in about 5 minutes and blast out my stream. Bishop g5 commercial lawnmower style. Okay, it's the Cambridge Springs. Where's Merle? Been taking chess notes after work. Chess notes with Edward Winter. Queen a5. Luana beat a 2,500 player yesterday. Link. I wonder if that 2,500 was as angry as when I lost in the simul. When Luana was like 1,100. Alright. So bishop g5, a bit overconfident, perhaps. Bishop d3, just simply defending. This is not fair. d5. Knight e4. Wow. Always take. You know, I seriously wondered about you playing other moves. Like, I guess king e2 is a bit far-fetched, but I was prepared for that. Just pretend I'm playing the Najdorf. You can feel free to post the link. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for being subscribers. Coffee or beer today? Does anybody here know anything about repairing computers, Windows machines? I have a machine that has an unmountable boot error. Does anybody know anything about that? Castles. D6. Basically, like, I guess it's just not working. I could get to the DOS prompt after 2 days of trying. Yeah, we've gone past that point. I had a computer guy out here today. He was unimpressive. So if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. Knight g5, I'm not buying this. You know, I've never, like, called one of these, like, mobile PC doctor guys. But I was like, alright, I'm desperate, I don't have time. I called them, they came out, they were, like, useless. I still think there's a chance it could be fixed. They're charging, like, $100 an hour. I'm not going to pay somebody for, like, 4 hours to do nothing. Alright, knight f7, Arsenal just playing Crazy House, apparently. We're talking about coffee. Wow, Arabica. Yeah, I guess we don't have to give up our right to castle here. The spirit of Steinitz. This is not the first time in recent memory it seems to me that Arsenal fan has sacked a piece for nothing. Wait, is that that? No. Alright. Thought it was the landscaper. Maybe I got lucky this week. Alright. Let's just get out of here. Good idea to have a coffee before the street fight. Wait. How is that? What? Street fight? Subtle. Mr. Subtle. Alright, we're out of here. I had this vague memory of Arsenal fan being down a piece in another game with the same, like, piece distribution. Like, I was up. Was it a Mora? Or we just looked at a game? Were you sacked a piece in a Mora? What's that? Oh, you're talking about rappers and stuff. Street fight, Street Fighter. How about Rook D8? Play for the center, man. Mr. Coffee and Street Fights. I didn't realize that Luana was Brazilian. All right. Don't ask me to pronounce Brazilian names, please. I'm notoriously bad at that. You can ask Raphael. So, all right, we're going to be greedy and try to win this piece. My stuff is protected. Kind of materialistic move, though. I'm getting away from my king. So I figure C4. Does win a piece, presumably. Please no mates. Just have Greg's coffee. It means nothing. Arsenal needs a coffee right about now. What's up, Fuchsia? Fuchsia. Color lady. Jim, don't make her angry now. Calling her the fuchsia. I don't think that's how you spell fuchsia, is it? Fuchsia. No last minute cheapos are gonna save you. My dear friend. He's not actually threatening anything at the moment. I'd like to play a constructive move, though. Having a little bit of difficulty finding one of those. Check. It's nice because knight takes e4, I don't have to worry about f6, thankfully. f6 is not a real problem. That lever. He's like doing it anyway. Alright. Have a coffee. At least I convinced Zibit that your name is pronounced Paschall. 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 My name is hard to pronounce. There's many ways to do it. And as I said, like, I would go to restaurants and we would just say Pascal, you know. It's just easier that way. Paschall. Alright. Let's go. Mule Skinner. The Icelandic pronunciation of the Icelandic pronunciation of my name. Very critical. Mule Skinner. Whew, tough players here. Allison, and that's a new one. So I'm taking all the challengers. Allison, I suspect, is someone we know. Mule Skinner. Did we determine that Allison was the troll we suspected? Or was that just like a conspiracy theory that I had? I don't remember. It reminded me of someone that we know. Alright, we're just going to keep doing what we do best against Mule Skinner. Keep it open. Don't let him get a close position. Panov. They were never talking. No, not a troll in that sense. Not at all. They didn't talk. They can't be a communicative troll. I just thought they reminded me of someone special here to our stream. It was a big real estate salesman. Suspiciously quiet, maybe. They were throwing a lot of insults at FM Kevin something? Really? Seriously, Arsenal? I don't know who FM Kevin is. Mule Skinner has busted this reverse Swedish variation. Kevin Bordy, the French guy? Sanchez Kelvin? Kelvin or Kevin? So C5. What's up, everyone? Blubix, did you play this against me? Something like this once? Someone else did. A while back. Kevin Sanchez. This is really, I think, inconsistent. Bishop B5 looks the most aggressive. Hurling insults is not welcome here. So we're not going to take insulting players. So you sure about that, Arsenal fan? Let's see. Let me check this, what he's got here. Whoa, I just tried to click on the link and it didn't come up. Oh, actually, Luana was there. But I'm confused. Arsenal fan. This guy had 17 wins, 1 loss, in a 5-0 simul. What is the point of that post there, Arsenal? What was the point again? That lichess simul post? Why did you post that? I'm a little confused. What's up, guys? Purple Dragoons. Arsenal, I didn't get it. Who is insulting who? I didn't see that, okay. Man, you and my son should get together. Think people out. Alright. But the evidence has been submitted. Castles. Kindred souls. You would have gotten along well with Whitey Bulger in prison, Arsenal fan. Crossing a line. It's a matter of principles. I agree. And it's not nice to see people insulting other streamers. The troll investigation. Burn the witch. Bob's here. It's definitely time to get started. Burning witches, Bob. It's a witch trial. Okay. It's a witch hunt. I don't know. This player is challenging me, but they were weird, and I think I know who it is. But I suspected it was. Who, whatever. Can I play b6? Is this a weird move? I want to play this move. Yeah, does it float? We all float down here. Little Stephen King joke. All right, b6. Yeah, it must have been blocked already. Arsenal fan was posting that chat. Exactly the problem. Mr. Coffee brought it up. The chat must have been blocked out already. So it was already redacted from the Mueller report. Arsenal fan. You were submitting the unredacted, you know, the redacted Mueller investigation. Absolutely not helpful. I was like looking at it. I was like, what is this? But Luana was in there chatting a lot. Nothing bad, though. All right, b6. Yeah, you better contact. I think you're closer. They've got him locked away. MI 13 or whatever. Take with the pawn. No, I got challenged by this player, Allison, and I suspected it was a troll. Someone who we know very well. Just a theory I have, Bob. They played very much like you know who, stylistically. Very suspicious. How many letters? Yeah, can you look it up in the dictionary? How many letters does that spell again? I mean, how many letters are used in the spelling of I'm really not sure. No 27. Highly suspicious. And the fact that Bob has numbers at the end of his name. Normally I take challenges from everyone, but I reserve the right to refuse entry. Kurdish Dogan. Kurdish Dogan, you're welcome to play, but you gotta challenge me to casual and 5+3. Kurdish Dogan, come back. Challenge casual 5+3. The rating is close to you know who. Like, that's the other thing that I didn't even mention. Right in the right range for that. The last game against me, I felt it. You know, it was our buddy. And the way it shows up, like it's waiting for the stream to start. %99 of trolls pretend to be women in their free time. I don't know why. Okay, rook takes a6. If you're going to be dishonest about one thing, I mean, be dishonest about everything. Doesn't look like a woman. What's it look like? What are you talking about? All right. Someone looked up, there was someone with that name who was like 1100. All right. Queen there. What am I doing? I about played Queen A8. I about improved my grammar. This is a problem. All right, we have to find a better solution. Sad. I'm gonna have to do this. This is so sad. Neil Skinner is gonna equalize. Rook knight e4, pawn e4, queen e4, knight d4. 5 pawns each. Oh man, he didn't want it. Maybe we just bite the bullet. We're gonna play Rubinstein. Rubinstein style now. All business. Not the most dynamic situation, but we've got the better structure. I like this. Play quick, make blunders. You feel bad for all the real women players out there. Are none. Because they're tired of men like harassing them and stuff on chess sites. Asking for their phone number and being like Bob, basically. We need a maneuver. I'm gonna lose my mind here. I can't think of a good move. God, this is ridiculous. I couldn't even think of a good move. It's awkward. The knight was kind of a liability. I'm glad you got rid of that for me. To some degree, anyway. Damn it. Better pawn structure. Interesting rooking game. Oh no. Epic battle. It's already the rookie game, move 35. Pretty early. Alright. Tough game, Yule Skinner. I felt 95 was some sort of mistake because my knight was really awkward on c6. So when you played that, I think in that moment everything was fine for white. I couldn't really do anything. But by playing 95, bishop b5, queen e5, suddenly now it's easier for me to play and just attack your weaknesses and stuff. Anyway, interesting game. Thank you guys. We're going to reject this challenge. Take Bison off. Alright. I reserve the right to refuse entry to anyone. We should have password protected Blitz sessions. What's the password, guys? I'm white, so I gotta go first. But if I'm wrong about somebody, you know, feel free to submit your social security number and ID card, and we'll verify your identity. Now that's not nice, Bob. Bob, you see, Bob now, I'm starting to call Arsenal fan Bob because he's behaving a little bit like Arsenal's close to timeout now. That's not nice, Arsenal fan. Let's go high. They go low, we go high, okay? Don't do that. Be like Michelle Obama. Alright. Alright, let's go. Bishop G7. King's Indian. Upstanding member of the nightclub community. Alright, that's better. See, at least be politically careful about what you're saying. It's not your intention that matters, Arsenal fan. It's that you make it look okay. You can have the best, the most evil intentions as long as you cover it up by making it look okay on the surface. That's the important thing. Anyways, that's the really one of the fundamental rules of political correctness. The surface things that matter. Bob appreciates that. E4, D6. All right, what are we doing? Let's play a 4 pawns attack. I never played this. Let's go. Come on. The whale variation of the English so bad. Warnaki. Let's ask Fuchsia. Whale variation. I remember going over this with Tobias, our spectacular camel, one of our subscribers. Somehow he mentioned the whale. I didn't know that's a variation. Who calls the whale? What is the whale? Who made up that name? Where did that even come from? Stockfish agreed the last game was decent. You made one blunder and one inaccuracy. I think 95 was a mistake. I was basically kind of like unable to make any progress until you made that move. C4, knight C3, E5. What? I had a game with Arthur Bisgeyer once. Arthur was a specialist. What did he used to do? He would do like bishop E2 here, which is like a really weird move. Nobody plays that. It just transposes to like a dragon or something, or Marazzi. One of my first GM draws, actually. Maybe my first GM against the draw. I don't know. I drew Bisgeyer in a fun game. I'd like to find that game score. It's like probably 1991. Knight F3, C5. Let's just go with the main line. The whale. Okay, guys. We're taking just 5+3 casual challenges. Keep it simple. Only one time control. Main line 4 pawns attack, King's Indian. Very standard stuff here. I don't play the 4 pawns attack much, but I know people who do. Well, at least one person. The Weed Master is an expert. I haven't seen Weed Master. He's going to be down next week for a wedding. My friend Joe, who's an international master, well, at least he was before he stopped playing entirely. He's a big 4 pawns attack expert. So bishop g4, interesting move. Almost everyone universally plays like e6 right away, but I guess there's nothing wrong with bishop g4. I don't think you should just play too much bullet. You know, that can be a bad thing. So e5 here. Funny way to lose a pawn. I think I had a game like this with white at the Boylston Chess Club, also around 1991, 1992. One of my very rare. I don't know what came into my. I don't know why I would play the 4 pawns attack, because I almost never did, but apparently I don't recall doing that. It was a fairly low rated opponent. I was like 2200 and my opponent was a 1900. And I guess I was taking some liberties playing the 4 pawns attack, even though I don't know the theory that well. He did this. He did. I think he might have drawn me too. Paul. The Russian last name. It was a young guy. Almost could remember his name. 300-point draw upset. I wasn't happy about that. Queen b6. The whale is c4, e5, e4. e4, e4, e5, c4. Wow, this is a bad move right here. That move is wrong. Wrong. Wrong because you're blocking your B pawn, and the B pawn is a source of counterplay in Benoni. The Sealer Sweeper. Anybody like Pawn Power in Chess by Kmock? Any fans of that book? Queen c2 feels weak. Black will happily put a knight on d4. Wait, what? Wait, it's coming from here? Wait, it's coming from here? Coming from here? How is it getting to d4 again? Not so easy. Wow, someone unsound in the house. The house is unsound. Okay, so taking on e6 is a possibility. Generally not really good. This move feels very routine. I tried reading a couple times. Some of the information was useful. I found Pawn Structure Chess by Soltis more to your liking. I'm trying to think if I have the Pawn Structures by Soltis. I have The Art of Defense in Chess by Andrew Soltis sitting on my shelf. Not a book I really read either. So you admit you admit the error of your ways here, Baisanov, with Queen c7. I'm not being very decisive here, and I don't have much of an attack. My rook move was kind of weird too. I should just play like a4. Now take bishop g4. That looks kind of awkward for black. Without the ability to play... Imagine not having the ability to play knight c7 now. Awkward moments in life. Arsenal fan is 2000 in Blitz. Not bad. Yeah, Queen b6 was a very bad move, Luana. It was a very bad move. Huge waste of time and just getting in the way of the b pawn. Now you could argue the Queen c7 was a mistake because this knight, would have been able to protect e6 from that square. So here my first instinct is to e5, and knight e4. But I mean, how much is he getting for that? As Larry Christensen says, if you see a good move, look for a better one. F5 just undermining the white squares like a Richter Rouser definitely possible here. The problem with F5 is knight e5, very irritating move. And I have to go back to e2 and I'm basically like losing a pawn or not. It's not that clear. How much am I giving up here? No, I still think this is good. Not all that completely clear that this is crushing or anything. The ECF is the English Chess Federation, formerly known as the BCF. Get out. Step back. I don't know. What should I do? Sack your queen. Alright, he's got me down to 19 seconds. I'm just winning a clear exchange. Didn't get the e6 pawn I wanted, though. He's only got one pawn for this exchange. Will Fuchsia's fantasy come true here? I'll do my best to stop it. How's that knight doing on d4? Pretty good compensation here for black, though. We're at the point now where I might have serious trouble making progress. I didn't play the best. It was actually a tough win. I gotta be very careful on the dark squares. Trading the rooks would be good. I maybe should have played queen e6 check first. Forgot that's check. Yeah. Alright. Pide, Luana, Bob, Someone Unsound, Rossador, and Primary Disease. Alright, let's go, guys. Arg. Arg. How much do you guys think it would cost to ship a small package to Argentina? Someone asked me this question on my eBay account. Does anybody know? Made me think of it. Arg. It's like a small package, like 2.5 pounds. Mr. Coffee really works at the post office. Alright. Wow, this is familiar. We saw this exact position in yesterday's analysis stream. This is Mr. Coffee's game. Oh my god, Mr. Coffee, look, he played e3 here. We gotta play like Mr. Coffee. This is Mr. Coffee's game. What did Mr. Coffee do now? b3? Bishop e2? It's kind of a passive line. This e3 poison. Not sure I want to commit to castling yet. I don't think I like this queen c2 decision either. I don't think Mr. Coffee played queen c2. He probably castled, which is pretty principled. I'm just not sure that this is the right spot for queen c2. It's not a normal King's Indian. His knight can come here and like harass me. You castled and queen a4? What? Pide's been tough. Not so much lately, but in the past. It's my big idea. Counter fianchetto like Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee played d5 early on. That was question number 1. You guys remember? Actually, here I really regret playing queen c2. I mean, queen c2 might have been like a really big mistake. Yeah, I think this was a major error. And now we have problems. Big problems. No advantage whatsoever. Maybe it's even better for black. This was terrible queen c2. It's already a passive line where, like, I don't think white can really make a mistake and have any kind of advantage. It's all your fault, Mr. Coffee. Inspiring me. Took with the bishop, though. That's kind of a weird move. Attacking h2, but leaving his knight behind. I'm happy to see that. I thought the knight move was better. Knights before bishops. And now my queen is okay here. Found a natural square. That's kind of where my queen belongs in the first place. It's almost like he's forcing me to play good moves now. Like, damn it, you're going to put your pieces on good squares if you like it or not. Knight c2, like a hollow threat. First reaction is like rook c1. I mean, he could also just take with the pawn, and that's kind of boring, though. I think knight takes. I didn't like playing DE, but I think it's the lesser of the evils. You looked at it briefly. $50 for a parcel. Well, I mean, over the years since I was living in Hungary, like, my mom had to send me a lot of packages to Hungary. And now that I think about it, you know, sending a package to Hungary versus like sending a package to Argentina, it's probably like relatively close in terms of like distance. And I think she probably had to pay that for many parcels. That range, $50. You would think Europe would be cheaper. I would think it would just be like distance, but I don't know how they decide. Question whether Donald Trump has tariffs on the country in question, I guess. The major factor. Oh man, yeah, Arsenal fan hit it. Like, I was just thinking the same thing. Definitely don't send it FedEx. That's all I know. FedEx is like $1 million a package. They charge corporate rates. Never send anything unless it's like your only choice. Postal Service or United Parcel Service. Sent from China to Europe are cheap. DHL, they have DHL. Like in Hungary, there's DHL. That's true. I never see DHL around here for some reason. Where I live in US, the level of armed robbery. Well, in Brazil, they just hijack, you know, gold shipments and stuff at the airport. Kind of like Albania. But I don't know about Argentina. That raises the prices, I guess. I don't know. Bishop takes e5. Do we go for f4? All right. Don't know what to do. The X-ray. You dislike f4. I dislike f4 because it weakens my e4 square forever. Yeah, the Chinese chess set sent from China. It was £6, $28 shipping. I mean, yeah, China must have like really crazy deals. So bishop e4. He's like, please play f3. What are we looking at now? Queen g5? Some sort of assault? I wanted to play queen b2. It's probably too late for that. Probably too late for that. What would Salo Floor do? Anybody? We try for the C file. Magnificent floor game where he was able to exploit that C file, but it's not quite as good as Floor's game. Black has a little bit of counterplay here. It was Melanie. Should be 5. It's all Melanie's fault. Melameme. He's gonna mate me. How about f4 now? Seems like a stupid idea. Does this work? Man, this could get weird. Okay, whatever. We're running out of time. Melameme. That's a word I never heard of. Oh, wait, how does this work? No lo sé. No entiendo. I don't know, Mr. Coffee, that sounds like some sort of banned substance to me. That Olympic athletes get in trouble for doping. Bishop c6. Rook d3. He's just not calculating. Or maybe he is. I'm not seeing something here. This looks good. He's got 3 pieces hanging simultaneously, actually. That's a lot of pieces to be hanging. We like that. The more the merrier. We just took a rook. Yeah, he got a little carried away here. This was not the way this was supposed to go down for black. Resigns. All right. Lana, Bob, Someone on Sound, Rossador, Primary Disease, Arsenal fan, Game 2. Man, it's only 6:25. We got plenty of time to play lots of games today. Streaming till 8. We have an hour and a half plus. It's fun when we play 5+3. Lots of games. I'd remind you guys, once again, please support the stream. Jim with 1,000 this week. Blobix, Dragon BC. I will be streaming with a Sunday Simul. It's 5:30, usual time. I talked you out of C3. Last note, I will not be here Monday through Thursday. I have a kind of ceremony I have to attend to. So Monday through Thursday, not here. And then next week, Friday, we'll be streaming Friday and Sunday. Short week, just 2 streams next week. But other than that, the future looks like August will be normal schedule until whenever time I sell my house. And then I'll be streaming from a motel near you. Alright, E4. Let's get started. Solid defense, Caro Khan. You guys can support the stream by buying stuff, random stuff on my eBay channel. eBay channels. Whatever. My eBay page. Well, you're playing the Asterbait attack. Pawn takes pawn. He likes that against the French. Okay, this is effectively a Queen's Gambit exchange. White should really play C4 next move to get the most out of it. Bishop G4 is a solid move, though. Fuchsia loves the Panov, right? It's strange for a Caro Khan player to like the Panov. Knight D2, I think. But I'm actually an exception. I'm like you, Fuchsia. I like the Caro and I like the Panov. Actually, Larry Christensen, another player who plays the black side of the Caro, and he also likes the Panov for white. You love crushing the Panov. Okay. I thought you respected it. I misunderstood. So Bishop E5 is an interesting move. It's like an aggro, some kind of almost like what I want to call it, aggressive, very aggressive sort of Rogozin style attempt here. What's the Pano? Not the Pano, Panov. Did I say Pano? I might have said Pano because there is a Pano variation in the King's Indian. Oscar Pano, the Argentine Grandmaster. But, no, that's not what I meant in this case. I might have said Pano just by accident. I meant Panov, the Russian master Panov. It's called the Panov Botvinnik. WJ Lou says, greetings from Music Fest. The accelerated Panov. I thought it was just didn't have a name. Everything has a name. Give it a name. The chess name expert. This is the dynamic way to play chess. I don't know if I like White's setup, but it's certainly interesting. C4 very, very dynamic. Maybe I should even consider Bishop E8 to set up a frontal queen battery there. It would obstruct my rook on A8 though. Okay. So I think at this point we can make an argument that White has probably gone astray with Knight B3. I liked his play up until that point. But I think now there's no pin. And the nice arrow. The Knight of B3 doesn't really do anything. What did I want him to play instead? I don't know. Maybe G4 and go nuts, or Rook E1. Hey, it's not my system. I'm black here. Public drunkenness and chess. Blunder. Serious structural blunder. Fuchsia, were you talking about Knight D4? We don't have Knight D4, but we have Knight F5. Actually, I had a similar game against Luana last time out. very serious damage to the kingside structure. This is nearly lost for white. But there's no knockout blow. So many good moves. No, I mean there's two blunders, knight b3, and then queen e1. This is decisive weakening of the white king side. You cannot do that. I can mate with the best of them. All right. So it was interesting up until white played knight b3. Like, this actually looks interesting to me. Dynamic style of play. I'm not even sure about c5 though, truthfully. If we go back one more move. The computer doesn't like c5. It wants to play cd5. It feels like white is playing black and black is playing white in the Queen's Gambit. That's basically what it is. Reverse color. Yeah, queen and knight is the best combination, guys. That was a good example. Bob Sack. I think this guy is some sort of troll. Who is this guy? Bob Sack 27. That 27. Bob, despite his wily personality, he's surprisingly sound style of play. You'd think he was such a troublemaker, he would be like irrational and kind of crazy. Bob seems to play a very solid game. All right, let's try something. Yeah, I like the Vienna game lately, just for fun. I have a correspondence game going with Arsenal Fan where he played knight f6 and I played g3. Now f4 is a king's gambit of sorts, right? Bob just took. Nice. So now d4 has to be played. We got to do this, right? It's Bob. I'm playing the King's Gambit. What is this called? The Steinitz variation or something? I know what the Vienna is. So Vienna Gambit with f4. I thought the Vienna Gambit was after knight f6 though. Is it? No, it's after knight c6. Okay. But are we transposing to a King's Gambit? That would be some kind of messed up variation though, wouldn't it? King's Gambit with knight c3. So technically, is this a King's Gambit with knight c3, queen h4 check, king e2? Bob's stepping up with b6. Very subtle, man. You found that move. Oh, this is like a classic game. Wait, there's a check on f2. I have to calculate this. Wait. That's not good. I shouldn't allow that. Bishop a6 check, king d2, queen f2 check. I'm screwed there, right? Bishop e2, knight d4. Rook f1. This looks familiar. I mean, I could certainly play lots of moves here. We have lots of moves in this position. Oh no, seriously. Worst comes to worst, you could play knight b5. I mean, it's not that absurd. What's the word? Knight b5, bishop a6, a4. Next. Alright, just for fun, just because it's Bob, and I'm having fun here, I'm going to probably make some sort of fatal blunder. This move doesn't feel right, I fully admit. I think knight b5 is wrong. I'm violating principles. Not moving the same piece twice. Black's also violating principles with queen h4. But I don't like the look of this last move I played, knight b5. I couldn't find a good move. Knight f3, bishop a6 check, king d2, queen f2 check, bishop e2, knight d4, rook f1. Black resigned. It was a mouse slip. It had to be a mouse slip. I mean, he meant to play bishop a6. He meant to play bishop a6. Oh my god. So this has happened. It's Martin versus Michael Adams, 1-0, 1992. I don't believe it. Andrew Martin actually beat Michael Adams in 1992 with this. That's ridiculous. And all three other guys lost. There's no way that knight b5 is the best move for white. I think that Bob just mouse slipped a6 instead of bishop a6. We hope. For Bob's sake, we hope that's what happened. So bishop a6, a4. Castle's queen side and black. Adams played queen e7. What was I looking at? I just think knight b5 is probably wrong. Let's see. You know, queen d3, I just didn't look far enough. I just assumed queen d3, knight b4, and I'm busted. So the idea is queen d3, knight b4, queen d2 to free the d1 square for the white king. That's something I had seen in a Steinitz game, believe it or not, that this coming here. WJ Loof, that can't be. I can't believe you're even trolling us with that. You don't know who Bryan Adams is? Like an 80s rock star? Damn, Mule Skinner. You must not be as old as I thought. Yeah, someone on sound is old enough. Queen d3 is tough to find. This is crazy. Wow. Playable for white. But queen d3 is a TN. Thanks to Stockfish. Inviting knight b4, then going to d2. If bishop a6 check, king f1. Bishop takes f1, knight f3. But like almost the exact same thing happened in a Steinitz game that I saw. Slightly different position. This is like a kind of stock idea, and white's better at the end of the day. How do you make less blunders? Play more chess, play long chess. You know, I think don't play so much bullet chess. It's okay to play some, but it shouldn't be like the primary thing you play. I think if you play fast chess, the fastest should be like 3-0. There's really no reason to have to play games that are faster than 3 minutes. There's just no reason for that. You know, that's fast enough. Absolutely. Why? It will become like an addiction where you have to play too fast. Use time. Chess is made to be played slower. You're playing too fast. And just play and study and analyze your games. Okay, let's play. Get back to Summon on Sound. I think that Bob set his all-time record for miniatures there, though. Brian Adams, that's something I hadn't heard in a long time. The Sound. We'll play the Whale. Can't play. You refuted the Whale. You prevented the Whale. Okay, Summon on Sound. What do you do if you're a Grunfeld player and you want to prevent the anti-Grunfeld or whatever? Summon on Sound is now playing the King's Indian. No, he's going to play... What's he going to do? Anti-Grunfeld. Okay, now, I've never seen anyone play this that early. I suspect that this is a mistake for black. I'm going to try to refute it. Playing c5 one move too early. It's like Smyslov, Botvinnik, endgame. Unpleasant. F4. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's the Peerts. It's a little like a Peerts, but not really. It's a pseudo Peerts. Neil Skinner says, speaking about strange families, in my club there's 3 brothers, of which 2 are IMs and 1 is an FM. That's passive, isn't it? Passive. Summon on Sound. They call him the passive master. He's just religiously passive. Just kidding, guys. He's not normally passive. I think that his fine Albin counter gambit instincts are kicking in here with f6. On Sound is an Albin gambit connoisseur. The Albin gambit connoisseur. What if I were to sack a pawn, like knight f3, bishop g7, and just let you have a pawn? Have it. That king on d8. Be careful. Because if I take on f6, he has a pretty solid structure. I mean, I think that I could take on f6 and still be better here. We'll call up Yasser Seirawan and see what he thinks about this position. Looks like something he would know. But I like white. I really like white here. He's not interested. Man, e6 overextended. This is a good position to get an aggressive player in. Situation where he's uncomfortable and passive. He's a tea drinking master. He is. Probably other things too. Not only tea. I have the feeling. Man, if someone had said was to turn the board around and be white here, I'd be kind of scared. I think he's just gone. Fuchsia. Fuchsia will find the way for black now. The only way. Looks like you gotta... No. That's not it. That is not it. I think you have to play knight d4. The Fuchsia Express. Probably the only hope there. I don't know which way to go first. Knight f7 check. Am I overestimating my position? You mean seriously? This is not that good for me? Wow, bishop takes f4. You can actually do this? Huh. I mean, this has to be winning for white one way or another, but I missed something. Bishop f4 is still good. Probably got to do it. All right. That wasn't my plan. I thought I had something else. You like knight e6 check and then take? Uh-huh. That probably works. Knight e6 check, king e8, bishop takes f4. Right. That would work, Arsenal fan. Amazing. Saving move. Only way. I think I'm having hallucinations now. It's bad. Alright, that's bad. I'm having hallucinations. Arsenal fan was right. I missed the boat. But still, he would have had the same idea, right? He would have the same idea. He would do bishop takes c3 at the right moment. Yeah, he did bishop takes c3. That's amazing that he's alive. And it's not that easy to finish him off here. Where's my discoveries? There are none. He's just gonna keep bothering me now. Unexpected. He can hold this. He's just way too resourceful. And 19 moves. It just looks scary. Positional god. Just a positional god. How can the black king be okay there? Does this end it? Now all my pieces will work. Middle of the board. Anyway, the basis for this whole thing was the opening where I'm forcing the Grunfeld player to play a King's Indian. Someone on sound should have waited with c5 and then transposed to some kind of... tried to transpose to the Marazzi. But basically someone on sound needs to get his anti-Grunfeld lined up. That's what's happening here. Bishop h6. Perhaps that was more accurate. Man, this is still nasty. Pain. Pain and loathing in Las Vegas. Man, this looks ugly. Losing everything. He's losing everything. Bishop g5. All right. I wonder if he was ever okay. Let's take a look. For a minute, when he played bishop takes c3, I thought, oh man, he's getting out of this. And it's apparently true. He's out of it for a moment after king e8. Knight c7 was the best move by me. And Uber Driver suggested bishop h6, but my move is better. No, I played knight d6 check first. I should have played bishop e3 right away. I jumped the gun with a knight h6 check. And this was the fatal error, putting his king on e6. If he had gone to g7 and stopped Uber Driver's bishop h6 idea, black would have survived. But he went out there to the suicidal e6 square. Okay, guys, let's move on. Next game. Thanks, someone on sound. Rosador. Nice try with bishop takes c3, man. Almost. Bad move order in the opening. All right, we'll play our normal Sicilian. We've only played Rosador once. Arsenal gets the credit for what again? Guys, we got a stream on Sunday. Don't forget Sunday Simul. He gets credit for what? Oh, a suggestion with bishop h6. Uber Driver sees everything. Let's have some fun here. Mark Quinn, and I am from Ireland, who I know. I remember him playing this in a tournament game. He was like sitting next to me. I was like, what is he doing? But I've used the similar idea with white in English. Objectively, knight a5 is probably not a good move, but we're just trying to kind of confuse white a little bit and get a unique position. The Tinder. Exclam Tinder. Ready for the hospital. Well, at least you're the one who's ready for the hospital, not the person you were teaching. That's a relief. Exclam MySpace. I haven't heard MySpace in a while. Wow. Never used that. That's really ancient. Exclam America Online. If you get a tier 3 subscription, you can get my Tinder profile. Tom still wants to be your friend. Mr. Coffee, what are you talking about? What is this knight b3 business? What's up with knight b3? Why is he moving his knight away from the center voluntarily? I feel like there's some sort of trap. He's trying to trade my knight on a5. That's kind of crazy. Well, everyone had a friend named Tom. You say Tom, I think of Tom Bartel. Because you're on lichess. From your neck of the woods, almost, Mr. Coffee. Okay, knight c4. Alright. Taking with the rock. Flying rock. We're a little bit lagging in development. Sometimes you get excited and want to do like Petrosian, like exchange sacrifices, but my catchphrase for situations like this is, okay, 99% of tactics don't work. Trust me. I know from experience. What's this YouTube? Uh-oh. Arsenal fans posting YouTube links. Kind of scary. Still, it's a little safer than Bob. So if I play knight f6, are you playing e5 here? And do I care? He can play that. You know, he's also got knight d5, piece sacrifice. Style ideas. Styling. You can play this at almost any moment. At least we can rule that out. 99% of my tactics don't work. 99% of all tactics don't work. Good catch phrase to keep in mind. Why bother playing for tactics when 99% of them don't work anyway? Just save time and play strategically. It's my theory anyway. Once in a while I run into one. Like a great baseball player. Knight d5. The positional piece sacrifice. Look at that. 1400. Man, if he does that, I'm scared, honestly. I'm going to take it, but I'm going to be very frightened. I could take it and pop my king out to d7 and make a run for the queen side. That's a pure speculation. I don't believe this now. He's 1400. Who is this guy? 1400, 1400, 1400, 1100, and you're playing 95? I mean, it's still dangerous, you know. Who is Rossador? Is it someone in the stream? Damn, dude. King d7. I make a run for it? Or do I play bishop e7 and just be up a piece here? You have to be very, very careful. Like an unpleasant defensive task ahead here. Arsenal, you're very optimistic, I would say. I don't really consider this kind of position as something that's a lot of fun. It's also not playing like a 1400. 95, an extremely subtle piece sacrifice. That was a lucky day, but that was a weird situation where I didn't know I was down a piece. It's like, oh, you're playing like genius. If I realized I had dropped a piece on a mouse slip, I would have reacted differently. In this case, I think that white played kind of subtle chess. 92. Anyway, maybe he's just lucky. Pretty inspired. It's an extreme. Unlike, I don't agree with Arsenal fan. I think this is a very dangerous position, and black has to be extremely careful. One move and I could be toast. You play positions like this every day. Fun. I try not to make a habit of this, you know. I try not to take my life in my hands every time I play chess, basically. My chess life. I like to win without risk, if that's possible. Artificial castling. This worked out okay. Bishop d5, not good there. On that move. Maybe next move. Fanatic Chess rating with a party of 8. I don't know if we have a table that big in a restaurant. We'll check it out. Party of 8. Takes forever to get a table when you have a party of 8. The vertical castling. The knight a5, Ross Limo. I'm not sure why I took with the f pawn. It's also interesting to take the other way. Got him. White is under control. It's all good now. But we had some nervous moments there. I did not enjoy this game. Arsenal might enjoy such positions, but I don't like playing such a dangerous game if I don't have to. Runningoutofpieces.com. We still got 55 minutes left. Tomorrow's my day off, not. I have to work at like 8 o'clock in the morning. But we don't have a stream tomorrow. It's my day off from streaming. $54 viewers, nice. Thanks to Fanatic Chess. Appreciate the raid. Guys, thank you for supporting the stream. Sprinkler. Actually making this hard for myself. He's being tenacious. Rook b1. That's the sprinkler. That I have absolutely no control over. It just does what it wants to do. It has a life of its own. Do you sport a beard? Do you beard sport? I wouldn't sport beards, but I'm just too lazy to shave. Primary disease. Arsenal fan. Nefedov's here. Blubix. Let's go, guys. Sporting of beards. Sprinkler is outside, thankfully. E4. Some days it's so humid in here, I wouldn't mind if it did. It's pretty close. Not that close. Sounds travel. It's actually about 15 meters away, but seems kind of closer. Primary disease plays knight c3, then knight f3. That's unusual. A lot of lazy dudes out there. Beards are really trendy now. Every sort of sports figure I see has a beard. I don't like things when they're too trendy. It's like the Najdorf Sicilian. Alright, whatever. It's like a closed Sicilian with covers reversed. Colors reversed. H3 stopping bishop g4. Very well. We'll just play this. Reverse closed Sicilian. Here I am going to bed. Nefedov, the weekend is upon us. Wow, Fuchsia, do cats have beards? I never thought about it. I thought they had, like, mustaches. Alright. Cat beard. I haven't had cats since I was a kid. I used to have cats years ago. Cats are funny. I'm allergic to cats though, so not as bad as some people. We had cats and I had this friend who used to come over the house and his eyes would like swell up. Not fun. Cats do have beards. That's funny. Never really thought about it. Snuggly. You think cats are snuggly? I'm not sure everyone agrees. Especially large cats, lions, and other such things. Bears are snuggly too. Rook b1. Pipe down out there, neighbor. What am I doing here? E6. I've got this one neighbor I've never talked to because I don't live here year-round. This was not my house originally. But they just talk really loud. They're constantly screaming. Maybe it's like a hearing problem. Alright. D5. Rook E1's a good move. I like the way that White is playing this. Very mature. Strategic style. What am I supposed to do next? Nefidov, sorry you couldn't stay to play. Bear women are snuggly. Especially when they're protecting their young, right? E5 was a surprise. Dark Piece subscribed. It's our first subscription. They've actually subscribed for 19 months. Quietly. Thank you, Dark Piece. Being a regular subscriber. 19 months. Look at this. What is going on around here? Primary disease. That's why I hate the closed Sicilian. It's so tough and not a lot of excitement. I'm basically playing the English with colors reversed here. His rating has gone up. I didn't check. Man, I've been working too hard. I need a vacation. Guys, I'm not going to be here Monday through Thursday. We'll be back the following Friday, but we are doing... eBay messages. We are doing the Sunday Simul stream. Stay tuned. And Bishop F4, look at that. Makes me want to play Rook A8. Undeveloping. Primary disease. Putting more and more pressure on me constantly here. I really have to admire their play. Very good piece pressure. No weaknesses. Dungeon Master Handbook, what? Accept blundering. Part of life. Well, everyone's going to blunder a certain amount. Look at this B4. Wow. Really aggressive. Now I can play knight H5. Man. I like my structure. We're using every pawn we've got. Yeah, I don't know what's with the caps. Usually, I don't understand why. Mr. Coffee, why is Mubot not taking action with those caps? That should automatically... Is my Mubot like not activated or something? Mubot activate. Wow, 94. This is getting scary. Not thrilled about this. Maybe I should just have taken it. Primary disease is scary. Perhaps a mistake. Perhaps not. Getting kind of freaked out. Starting to fade, I think. Need a big enough lunch, running out of energy. Alright, bishop takes e4. It appears we're winning a piece there. The other move is bishop a6. I'm getting confused. More confused than I was before, that's for sure. Bishop takes f5. Bishop f5 doesn't quite work. There's a plane coming in, it sounds like a bomb. Two squares away from promoting this. Look at that move. That was not on my horizon. No draw. What White lacked in accuracy, he made up for in aggression in this game. Like, I don't know how much more aggressively you could play. It's kind of like weird though. I mean, White played a very, very like solid positional style opening and then went completely ballistic. I don't see any win for White ever, you know, like it was a little scary, but I don't think I made any blunders at any point. Let's see what our opening, what our sent upon loss was. Yeah. I think like here he could have played bishop a6 instead of bishop e6 maybe. Apparently I made some mistakes in blunders. Okay guys, let's move on. Arsenal fan. Rematch. wants a 1200? Shape you. Bishop c4, kind of a rare move. This is your chance to beat me, guys. I'm fading fast here. That game I felt... Man, knight c3, huh? Huh? Knight c3, huh? Maybe I should have done this differently. I guess I'm sacking a pawn now. Whoops. Alright, nothing wrong with a little pawn sacrifice. Didn't mean to do that, but that's cool. Take in. I would teach people, you know, I don't have any room in my house or anything. I don't discriminate. I mean, some coaches might discriminate on people's ratings, like say, I'm not going to teach someone who's 1200. And different people have specialties, I think, you know, teaching certain rating levels. So bishop takes f3. I don't really like this endgame. e5. What happened if I played e5, queen e2? Arsenal plays for the win. I have a similar line that I played in the Scandinavian with black. Maybe I should castle queenside, literally. It's not that stupid. Kind of risky position for my king. Whatever. Alright, Arsenal, you won a pawn. Congratulations. Alright. No. Double pawns are not enough. I was hoping for more here. Queen d3 is a great move. I'm going to evolve. I mean, I'm sure that you can improve tactically on your own. The problem is strategically. That's the question. Multifaceted position. White is better. White's up a pawn. I mean, I give him credit for that. Shifting sands of time. You will guarantee a 1300. You're guaranteeing a 100 rating point improvement within 3 years, Bob. Massive. I blundered in the opening. I played very bad move overlooking that I was going to lose a pawn. Logical. He found it. I feel a little like I'm playing the Marshall Gambit now or something. Two bishops raking the board on both sides. But a pawn is a pawn. Arsenal claims to be a recent beginner. It's all relative. He's talented. I wouldn't say he owns the center. I mean, I think he has, you know, some properties in the center. But he doesn't own the center. I mean, the center is contested. We have this. It's more or less like 50-50. The thing is that he has the strong pawn on d4, no doubt. But, I mean, I'm getting good control of d5 and e4. Now he's got some problems with that a pawn. Very materialistic, but I don't mind getting my pawn back. It would be nice to have time to play like f6, but that's probably not an issue. This is actually a bigger issue. Either outpost, square, powerful. I can kick him out of e5 though. It's not so easy to get rid of him on c5. You saw a zombie owning the center. We must have had a donation or something. Did someone just donate and I missed it? Park Place and Boardwalk. Exactly, Bob. I'm thinking exactly. When I'm not playing chess, I'm a professional Monopoly player. At least that's what I tell the girls at parties. Jim just donated 100. Oh, Gamma Beta Empire followed. Okay, new follow. That's the zombie. Resident zombie is Merle. Arsenal lost the pawn. The bishops remain very powerful. You're not welcome to come into e5. Yeah, I mean, he owns Park Place, but I own Boardwalk. That's effectively what Bob wanted to say. Like her? All chess players are the same. Socially inept. Knight c5. What are we going to do? I feel like my rook there just isn't doing anything anymore. He's a disappointment to his family. The rook on a2 does not seem to be very useful. Both of my rooks very difficult to make progress. I feel black's like slightly better. Columbia says he's drunk. Go out and socialize. Tough, it's late. Yeah. I like to go out when I'm alone too. No recent adventures. b3. Black's better 2 bishops. Rook on the 7th. This advanced pawn, better pawn structure. Man, we were toast in the opening. Though it's very difficult to make progress. I was just lamenting that fact. When in doubt, trade. Trade stuff. That's not a real principle. I'm just making that up. How about my queen? How's my queen doing? Oh, I just dropped a pawn. That's good. Arsenal fan reacted on the other side. He's attacking, preventing queen h5. You could have taken that pawn. He looks kind of overextended now. Ooh, this is invasive species. The Invasive Species Act. That might not be good for white. Wait, isn't this like mate somehow? How is this not mate? It's not mate. Wait. It is mate, right? Has to be mate. Oh, that's sick. This is just sick. See, I'm not that good at seeing mates. I don't really practice such trivialities as mate tactics with the bishop. Mr. Bishop. But he lost his mind with g4. Getting hungry, guys. Don't talk about food no matter what you do. 25 minutes left. I only had a slice of pizza today. Around 1 o'clock. Not enough. My weight loss program. Okay, Blubbix, what's up? Oh no. This is done. I'm done. Black against Blubbix. You better say your prayers. My only chance is the Sicilian. The only opening that seems to work against Blubbix to some degree. I can equalize. Anything else I lose that I've tried. I've never... Blokes, did I ever play g6 against you before? Because I used to play this opening a lot, and lately not so much. Maybe Blobix will have to go to like playing b3 on move 2. I don't remember if we had a Marazzi before. Maybe we did. I feel very comfortable playing Marazzi. I've probably played more Marazzis than anything in the last like 20 years. Even though it's not a great opening for black, I have a lot of practice. I think that's a really important concept. It's more important, like, objectively. Maybe we did play this before, I don't remember. But it's probably more important how comfortable you are with the opening that you play than how good it objectively is. Marazzi is the best response to the Accelerated Dragon. Yeah, if you like boring, space gaining positions. But it's not the best if you are more of like a tactical player who likes to play for mate, you know. I mean, that may be true like to like Stockfish and 73% of Grandmasters, but I'm not sure that Marazzi is objectively the best for everybody. You know, it's kind of a stylistic thing. If you're like an attacking player who likes playing for mate, the Marazzi is probably not for you. Space-oriented positional player? Okay. You just pressed the PayPal button. It's fine. I said I'm off. Have a blast. Thanks, El Colombio. Thanks for joining us. Just playing Yugoslav is the best playing for win. Well, I mean, there is no such thing as the Yugoslav against the Accelerated Dragon. That's the point of the accelerated dragon, is that it like prevents white from castling queenside. Nefedov doesn't accept that, but you know, you're basically not supposed to castle queenside in the accelerated dragon. Black's entire opening is based on that. Kind of tamping down the danger level. This is some sort of very direct move. What's up? This is not such a typical move order, what I did here, but I'm avoiding, by playing knight takes d4 right away, I'm avoiding variations where white can avoid trading pieces with knight c2, like Magnus Carlsen's dad played against me. But this is kind of a boring position. Knight e3. Bishop g7, knight e3. Queen d4. What's up with that? Seriously, what's up with that? Bishop g7, knight e3. Queen d4, knight f1. Can I do that? Why not? Right? So bishop g7 is inaccurate because of knight e3. He should just take back, right? White is slightly better. Very, very boring position here. White has an itty-bitty advantage. I think we accept our fate here. One way to play this, I guess, is to just maintain the structure and try to defend the backward pawn here. The other option is to get more aggressive and break out at the cost of allowing our pawn to be isolated. So e5 takes, bishop takes. Rook to d1. And then black needs to find a move. Rook a6, c5. Actually, look that far. I want to make e5 work here. Takes, bishop takes. Rook d1. Which rook? Rook a d1. Can't find a good move for black there. The queen is too strong on d4. I can't find a good square for my queen either. Queen c8. I don't know what to do. Let's just play it. Bad plan is better than no plan. I could just lose a pawn. Rook c8 is interesting. Rook c8, b3, rook c6. Seems unnecessarily passive. Oh, he just calculated this already. Bishop takes c4, rook c1. Bishop takes e2. Rook takes c8. Can't believe he calculates that fast. Take care, Fuchsia. Thanks for joining us. I hallucinated I could play queen e6, but his queen's protected. That's a problem. Good drawing chances here. Pawn down. Wow. Extremely strong player. Queen f4, very subtle move, keeping the queens on. He seems to have a prevalence for doing that. He doesn't like endgames. We might have a weakness there. You can use against him in future games. He doesn't seem to like endgames. He likes to play for middle game, likes to play for mate. Yeah, this is very logical, but very well. Maybe I should exchange one set of rooks. It's okay to exchange one set of rooks. So the c4 pawn is just hanging now, isn't it? Well, the same trap, rook c1 again. There's just never a way out. Every single time that works. What? Wow, he saw that using no time. No time. She's like every move instantly. It wasn't obvious. Like, the obvious move was rook c1, Jim. It was far from obvious, I think. And he instantly chose the right move. He's beaten me 4.5 out of the last 6 now. That's a pretty good score. 4.5 out of the last 5 games he's been white. He's like a grandmaster. It's unbelievable. Grandmaster level. It's not psychological. Look at his center pawn loss in this game. He's playing awesome. You know, you could say psychological, but his level of play is incredible. And the speed too. I mean, you combine his speed and his strength. His rating is totally bogus. I mean, he's only played like 20 games or something. 60 games. I don't understand why he's 2144. Combine the strength with the speed. We try to reach like a fortress position now. Yeah, his king can't cross. I lost this type of position once. It's not that easy to do. His king can't cross the line of demarcation. Man. I had a draw like this against Josh Friedel. Now this looks like a solid fortress. I've had several. I lost like two pawns and rook against queen once. It's lucky. It's surprising that I didn't lose on time. I was down to like fractions of a second. Miracle. There's no way to make progress. White could maybe find a way to lose somehow. No, he's not. Now he goes queen f8. He didn't play it. He had queen f8 there. I guess I can play h4. h4 is a pretty easy draw. Playing for a win. Give my rook... I'm giving my rook 2 squares to alternate back and forth from. It's okay if I lose the h-pawn. He can have it. You can have it. Take it. No, this is a draw now. It's a fortress. I think Blobix likes torturing me. I think this is going to be like a 30-minute game. It's a little strange now. You know your rook, you know your king can't cross that line, right? You can't cross that area. Let's just play for more time. See if we can get more time. Wow. Very strong. Why am I looking at my messages? All right, challenges are out. We have time for one last game. Anybody want to challenge me like a 3+2? Because we only have like a few minutes left and I'm tired. Great game though. Yeah, I mean I was lost. Queen c3. Wow. I was only concerned about the rook pinning me. I just lose a piece after queen c3, rook c8, rook c1 then, and the point is that if he does rook c1 instead of queen c3, I have b5, b3, queen a3. But in this case, his queen and his rook are protecting each other. Wow, nice game. All right, guys, no more challenges. I guess we're going to end the stream there. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'd like to thank Mr. Coffee for being our moderator. Great game. Thank you, Jim, for your donation, sir. 1,200 bits from Jim. Blubix with 800. Dragon BC with 500. Warnaki with 400. Asterbait, Merle Dixon. WJ Loof and Gaming Apocalypse. Arsenal fan, 2 games today. Thanks, everybody. It was my pleasure. And maybe I'll raid like Pepe stream or something. Let's check it out. All right. So did that work? No. Did I do that raid command wrong? Did I do something wrong with the raid? I'm not getting a message. /raid, I'm sorry. It's hard enough to spell his name. Alright guys, we're going to do the raid to close it out. And I'll be back on Sunday with a simul. So thanks everybody. Good games. Almost lost. I was undefeated this week. I'm sure that I will be defeated in the simul on Sunday. Thanks everybody for joining me. Bye-bye.